The image Peace Quilt reveals a woman fashioning a great quilt made up of the history of America from the East Coast to the West Coast. Every culture on the planet has a patchwork quilt making past where they had to figure out how to make it with the scraps, and if they didn't, they would perish. The quilt, therefore, is a metaphor for the fact that we are people made up of different parts that are inextricably connected, for better or for worse. The grandmother fashions a child with her hands, while on her lap, the memory of the 4 little girls that lost their lives in 1963 church bombing in Birmingham, Alabama. The 5th child, who survived, named Sarah Collins, watches as their souls ascend to heaven. On the right is the U.S. Capitol and Washington Monument, and the Wren Building, which is the oldest continuous academic building on any college campus in the U.S. A book rests at her feet with a picture of Emmett Till, who was slain at the age of 14 in Money, Mississippi. Moving left in the composition, a griot holding a Sankofa staff, which reminds us to look past in order to move forward. And a machete upon her hip is our cultural memory. A slaver ship docks at that site, which stains the water and the land, and they interact with the Powhatan Native Americans. In the middle of the composition, the Detroit Automotive Factory produces a 1933 Oldsmobile. Emerging from the space is the First Baptist Church, one of the oldest African American churches in the U.S. A bluesman plays his banjo beside red beans and rice, alluding to New Orleans. A woman dances with a broom, connecting with St. Louis blues, while the fife player plays in tune. A funerary march processes, and the bluesman plays a dirge that transitions into the second line. A man plays on a talking drum, communicating with the grandmother across time and space, reminding us of our shared journey and history and how we need to work as one communal body for peace.